Hello, YouTubers. Thank you for clicking and stopping by the J Stray Way. I'm missing the Super Bowl right now. It's Super Bowl Sunday, the big game. We're going to have all kinds of shit dropping tonight, all these new trailers. This is the one I was most anticipating. It's The Flash. I can't believe it's the year 2023 and we still haven't had a proper Flash movie. This movie has been the biggest disaster in Hollywood history, it seems. Most of last year, Ezra Miller turned into a real-life supervillain and terrorized all kinds of people, and just hurt this movie even more. The movie was originally supposed to drop in 2018. After shuffling around all kinds of directors, rewriting the movie multiple times, they finally got Andy Muschietti, who directed the Bill Skarsgård It movies, who really balances like the charm, the little human connections, and he just goes for it. You know, his It movies are pretty crazy. This movie, you have to go for it. It has to be a Hail Mary, especially if they're doing the story that we all suspect, the Flashpoint, where Barry resets the timeline. And in real life, this movie's going to be rebooting everything DC, and we're going to start with James Gunn's new vision. Feel icky being excited for this, because morally it's kind of fucked that this movie is still seeing the light of day after all the shit that's happened behind the scenes, but something like Batgirl gets completely thrown away. I think that's kind of wrong, but they got me. I mean, Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton's Batman are going to be in this. I've heard they're not going to meet each other, but I mean, maybe in the trailer they do. I don't know what's happening. But there's also somebody I'm going to talk about after the trailer reaction that blew my fucking mind. I just heard it this week, and I got to talk about it. But first, we got to see what this full trailer for the long-anticipated Flash is all about now.
Tell me something. You can go anywhere.
That mask is weird. It looked weird years ago. It still does.
Another universe.
There's the cow.
So why do you want to stay and fight to save this one?
This is the world where my mom lives. I'm not gonna lose her again.
Yep. That's Flashpoint.
Time has a pattern.
The CGI kind of looks like the TV show Flash.
Living. Different people, different worlds, drawn to each other like magnets.
Yeah. There's going to be a few of Barry's.
My face.
If you were to go into the past, you have no idea what the consequences can be. Bruce, I could fix things. You could also destroy everything.
That's our man! General Zod.
I completely broke.
That's Man of Steel.
Zod, we've been waiting for you.
Dude!
I created a world with no metahumans.
It's insane seeing Michael Shannon
Now
back.
there's no one to defend us.
What the?
Want some help?
Michael Keaton, let's go. You heard that theme.
You are.
Yeah. I'm Batman.
Yes. What's he doing? He's cooking.
If I can't.
Was that Superman? Or was that Supergirl?
If I can't get back, there might not
There's Dark
be
Flash
a future.
in the black suit. That was Supergirl. Yep.
What's the play? Batman, what do we do?
We try not to die.
Who's that? That's Supergirl.
It's not Clark.
My
Yep.
name is Kara.
I'm We're Barry.
Wow.
Barry, what are you doing? Our kids are gonna want to see this.
Damn, man. Dude. Whoa, dude. They didn't disappoint. Years of waiting. This looks like the most insane DC trailer I've ever watched. I mean, mainly because we're fans, we've watched this stuff. The fact that they're going back to the Man of Steel climax, it looks like with that machine lifting and smashing everything, and Zod back in his ship, and Michael Shannon has just gotten so much better. I mean, he's always been a great actor, but that was 10 years ago Man of Steel has been, and dude, that's still my favorite DCEU movie, and everything about this, it's just got flavors of all that we want. James Gunn walked in to take over DC, and he has to put this movie out, and he said, I mean, he can't just throw it away because he's saying it's like pure greatness. He's been really proud of this, and he's excited for us all to see it. Some of the early reviews and the producers have said it's the best DC content since The Dark Knight. It's nuts, dude. It's nuts that we saw Barry Allen, two Barry Allens. It's going to be a buddy cop movie with two of them. It seems like a lot of the movie is going to have both versions, the one with the longer hair and the short-haired version we know. That shot of the two touching heels, that was the Dark Flash. That kind of got leaked in the Funko Pops. I'm going to talk slight spoilers and rumors, by the way. So there's supposed to be a dark Barry Allen played by Ezra Miller. So I don't think we're getting Reverse Flash or anything like that. And it's going to be interesting to see this evil version of Barry. I'm not sure that actress's name, but they casted her as Supergirl years ago, and she just kind of posted a few selfies. That's all we've really seen of her. But they're really putting her like on full display in this trailer. It seems like they're not shy. I mean, they kind of have to segue the attention off of Ezra, because people don't forget the internet is an insane place, and all of his wrongdoings were put out into the public, and it was less than a year ago. So they're really, even the first poster had in the Batcave and Barry standing there. You would think it's a Batman movie if you're just a common moviegoer. So it seems like they're trying to sway our attention away from that. And I mean, like I said, morally it's a little shady, but I loved Ezra Miller's take in the Justice League, both versions. He's my favorite part of that. I think Ezra killed it as the Flash, and it looks like they're doing the same in this movie. And they're finally getting their moment. This character, the Flash, has always been one of the best DC characters, and it's not my ideal casting. You know, there's so many other actors, even when Ezra got cast, and Grant Gustin, they're both good, but there's more people that fit the role of the Flash that haven't been cast as him, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a recasting after this movie. It's probably the last time we'll see Ezra, but we're getting a lot of versions of Ezra, so if you're an Ezra fan, you should be happy. Michael Keaton was doing some wild shit, like taking people up and slamming them down. I mean, it was hard to tell. It's kind of like No Way Home again, where there's different Spider-Man moving around. This looks like I said, I heard rumors that Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck's Batman don't have a scene together, but in the trailer, not knowing which one is which from the back, I'm gonna have to watch this multiple times and all the breakdowns, but I couldn't tell which one was which. But either way, they're both moving swift, and Michael Keaton's Batman, with the CGI and the technology that's upgraded since he played Batman in Returns with the Penguin, that was back in the 90s, and yeah, that might have been an 80s movie, but it's crazy, dude, that we're getting this treat of seeing him again. And he was also supposed to be in the Batgirl movie that got thrown away, so we're getting him in this, and I hope that Michael Keaton gets what he deserves, because he was thrown into Morbius, he was thrown out of Batgirl. This is the big moment for us Keaton fans. Ben Affleck's Batman is aesthetically the best looking version of the character. I've always said that, and I'm a big fan of his take, even though the movies that he's in I'm not too big on, and the whole Snyderverse cult just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. So this is just going to amplify their cries to make the Snyderverse movie happen, which Zack Snyder just said days ago on Twitter that it's done. James Gunn, they were both having an exchange about that. Like, he's not coming back. But we still have these Snyderverse characters running around, and Ben Affleck's Batman is such a tank, dude. I don't know what he's doing. He knows Barry better than anybody else in this movie, probably, because they spent a lot of time in the Justice League movie. But there's a big scoop that got leaked that, I mean, reputable sources are talking about it, and I don't know how to feel about it. I shit you not. Get ready. This could be a big spoiler. The big rumor is Christian Bale's Batman is at the end of this movie. I don't want to tell you exactly how. I don't really know. I'm trying not to read too much into it. I just saw that Bale is supposed to have a scene in this movie, which, I mean, The Dark Knight's my favorite all-time film, dude. And I think this could be cool, but it just has such a higher merit. You know, bringing Toby back and Andrew was really crazy. We never thought that would happen. But bringing Bale back, The Dark Knight's just untouchable. It was just in its own universe. And I can't believe that they would actually allow this. I can't imagine that he would agree to it, because in some interviews, even recently, he said if Nolan calls him, Chris Nolan, he'll agree to do anything. I mean, he's a ride or die for that man, and rightfully so. He made some of the best movies of all time. But I don't think if Andy Muschietti or any of these executives called Christian Bale that he'd say yes. So I find the rumor hard to believe. And also, I don't want it to be a cringy scene, and then that is canon to the Dark Knight trilogy. It could hurt it. But there's also the option that Christian Bale is playing a different version of Batman that's not the Bruce that we saw in that movie, but it's the same guy, the same looking guy. It's just a different variation of him, which I think that's what they're probably doing. I think that's the rumor. This trailer was mad, dude. It was insane. They have a lot to prove, and they were swinging at us. These visuals are nuts. There's wars going on and shit. We're going to different movies and timelines. This is exactly what you want out of a Flash movie and what we've been hoping for. Just seeing the Funko Pops the other day, General Zod, all these people, I'm just like, I can't believe this is happening. That's my biggest takeaway from the trailer, is General Zod appearing. That shit is nuts to me, and I'm gonna be in that theater screaming during that whole battle. I'm not like gonna be like the people you see on here, that Soups and all those guys screaming. Not like literally, but I'll be like giddy with excitement when General Zod pops back up. Let me know your excitement. Comment down below. The doors are open now. This is the craziest trailer I've seen for a comic book movie in quite some time. Thank you all for stopping in. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for some other big trailers coming out, and I hope you're enjoying the Super Bowl. Like this video and then subscribe to the channel, The Jay Stray Way. I would love to have you. I appreciate everybody who watches. I'll see you in the next one.